Darcey's emotional 90-day fiancé reunion with Georgi's family after 13 years stuns everyone. Darcey's emotional reaction during dinner with Georgi's family on 90-day fiancé was unexpected and shocking. Georgi hadn't seen his sister in 30 years, adding to the overwhelming moment for Darcey and his family. Despite some challenges like food, Darcey and Georgi found their time in Bulgaria beneficial and were grateful for the experience. Darcey Silva's trip to meet husband Georgi Rousev's family on 90-day fiancé, happily ever after, was far more surprising than either of them anticipated. After more than a decade of ups and downs, the couple returned to Georgi's homeland of Bulgaria for the first time since marrying in 2023. Darcey felt the need to tone down her appearance, but that wasn't the biggest surprise. The real shock came during a family dinner where no one was prepared for how it unfolded. Why was Darcey meeting Georgi's family so shocking? Darcey was the first woman Georgi brought home to meet his parents, so she took that very seriously. So she went to great lengths to tone down her appearance and toss the tight, revealing clothing and over-the-top makeup out of respect for his family. But what shocked them was Darcey's emotional reaction during dinner, something no one expected. "It was shocking when you, to Darcey, started crying at that first dinner with my family. That was really shocking for everybody, especially from my parents," Georgi told Decider. Laughing, Darcey replied, "I can't hold back my tears. I wasn't trying to make anyone uncomfortable. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and they know that now." That's when Georgi revealed he hadn't seen his sister in 30 years, which added to the overwhelming moment. There's a lot of emotion and some drama towards the end. You'll get to know Georgi's family. You'll see their reunion and a lot of tender moments between them and us, Darcey said. Because the Bulgarian culture is known for being more stoic, seeing Darcey in a more vulnerable state may have also been a little shocking to everyone. However, their time together seemed to be beneficial overall because Darcey went on to hint that his family seemed more understanding than he thought they would. Was other happily ever after? Surprises did Darcey and Georgi encounter on the Bulgaria reunion? The adventure to Bulgaria alone seemed like a fairy tale for Darcey, and Georgi said he knew she would love the traditions and folklore. But there was one challenging aspect of food. It was interesting to imagine how she's going to fit into this different culture. The food was especially a challenge because she's very specific about the foods. "We're in Bulgaria at some restaurant and she ordered American or Italian food," Georgi shared. While Darcey missed pasta, Georgi recalled, "It was horrible. I said to her, we're in Bulgaria. We don't cook food like this. We cook traditional Bulgarian food." Darcey said, "I do love Bulgarian food. I think their traditions are amazing. My daughters are half Hungarian, so I'm familiar with that culture. I love going to Europe, and I felt at home in Bulgaria. Just some of the food was a little awkward to try. You need an acquired taste for a lot of things. Facing awkward and painful situations on camera, especially an emotional reunion, can be tough for some people." But Darcey and Georgi said they enjoyed sharing their story. "I enjoyed doing it. It's not hard for me to be raw, real, and authentic on camera. It's just who I am. I forget the cameras are there sometimes," Darcey said. "I like sharing my story and my journey because hopefully I can help someone else. It's a blessing to be able to film. It's a form of therapy for me. While watching our relationship on the show can hurt, it has definitely helped us fix things because we can see where we need to change patterns or behaviors." 90-day fiancé Stacey Silva refuses to apologize for life choices after relaunching risky career with Darcey and mourning loss of family member. 90-day, the last resort star Stacey Silva is revealing how she feels about relaunching her career with a risky decision after reconciling with Darcey Silva after the events of season 2. Darcey and Stacey started their reality TV careers together in Before the 90 Days season 1, even though Darcey was the one looking to find love. Stacey and Florian Sukaj were a couple going strong, unlike Darcey, who had to go through 2 failed relationships before meeting her now husband Georgi Roussev. However, Stacey had to deal with Florian's cheating scandal and Darcey's interference. Darcey's growing closeness with Florian bothered Stacey on the last resort. Darcey even chose Florian as her hall pass on Pillow Talk, but Stacey has teamed up with her sister to relaunch her failed career. Stacey has now shared a reel on Instagram which she seemingly used to address these shocking new changes in her life. Stacey posted a video captioned, "Unapologetically me." The video showed a sun-kissed Stacey with loose and curly hair, wearing a black bandeau top with jeans and pouting for the camera. She used the song Best Is Yet to Come to emote herself. Stacey's follower Darcey Silva 01 told her, "I love 2025 Stacey." What Stacey being unapologetically herself means amid risky career. Stacey doesn't regret any of her choices. This new side of Stacey is not for everyone. The other commentators seem more interested in her looks than Stacey's caption, which she used to talk about her recent life decisions. The focus is on Stacey now, ever since her The Last Resort debut. Stacey has lived in Darcey's shadow since her Before the 90 Days debut, which was all about Darcey, for 4 seasons. While Darcey and Stacey's multiple seasons helped viewers get to know Stacey better, somehow Darcey always stole the limelight. Unfortunately, she also did it on The Last Resort. Darcey informed Stacey that Florian was seen leaving a bar with a mystery woman. Stacey struggled throughout the retreat to trust her husband, and this claim by Darcey came as the last straw. Stacey may have to face the challenge of choosing between her sister and her husband. However, it looks like she has, since Stacey is releasing new music with Darcey soon and saw her husband post a romantic picture with a different woman on Valentine's Day. Stacey may have found solace in her twin after Florian betrayed her, even if Darcey had not been a good support system. Our take on Stacey refusing to apologize for her life choices. Has Stacey been hinting at her possible single status? Stacey still seems to want to convey that she does not regret her decision. Stacey may or may not be together with Florian, but her naughty video seems to be hinting at her wanting to be single. It will take a few weeks until 90 Day, The Last Resort reveals Stacey and Florian's relationship status. Until then, fans can come to their conclusions about what Stacey is refusing to apologize for, and if it has anything to do with her choosing her own happiness over an unhappy marriage with Florian. Darcey Silva under fire for embarrassing cameo, drunk as usual. Darcey Silva often faces harsh criticism, but that doesn't slow her down. In fact, the 90-day Fiancé alum is still at it, recording cameos for her fans despite the ongoing backlash she faces online. Such was the case this week when one of Darcey's customers' cameos leaked online in a Reddit forum. The video featured Darcey greeting a customer named Victor, who received the cameo from his boyfriend, Ruben, for his 55th birthday. Darcey told Victor she was excited and honored to film the video for him and showered him with compliments and uplifting sentiments. Darcey used some of her signature catchphrases, encouraging Victor to keep doing it big and keep his eyes on the prize. The video was posted by u/introvertgal1102s, who captioned the recording, "She has no regard whether she messes up a cameo or not. All she wants is PPLS money." It didn't take long for the comments section to fill up with feedback from others who were quick to make assumptions about Darcey's mental state during the cameo. Darcey's critics accuse her of being drunk or high. One such critic said Darcey sounded like she was speaking corporate slang with her catchphrases and asked, "Could we get a translator, please?" Another Redditor was convinced Darcey was stoned, again, while recording her fans' cameo. "She gives me the ick," added u/Pamela Reeds. A fifth critic commented that Darcey's video was all over the place and admitted they would be pissed if they had paid for this mess. This isn't the first time Darcey has been accused of recording cameos while intoxicated. Darcey has been accused of recording drunken cameos for years now. As Monsters and Critics previously reported, one of Darcey's cameos recorded in 2020 had her fans and critics convinced that she needed help for a drinking problem. Like she did in her latest cameo, Darcey used the same one-liners, encouraging her customer to keep their eyes on the prize and told them she loved them. Some pointed out that her ex-boyfriend, Jesse Meester, felt she had a drinking problem while they were still dating and felt his comments were valid after watching her behavior in the video. Despite the negative feedback Darcey receives on social media, her Cameo page speaks for itself. Darcey currently holds a 4.97 star rating, with more than 1,300 fans agreeing that her personalized cameos are well worth the $49 starting price. As Darcey's Cameo page states, Darcey's videos receive glowing reviews, with customers praising her warmth, genuineness, and ability to personalize the message. Stacey Silva shows off results of her double cosmetic procedure during Celeb Glow Up Day. It was another day and another cosmetic procedure for TLC star Stacey Silva. By this point, 90 Day Fiancé fans aren't surprised when they hear that Stacey, or her twin sister Darcey Silva, has had more work done to alter her appearance. Such was the case ahead of the weekend, and this time, Stacey opted for some semi-permanent procedures. The 49-year-old reality TV personality shared some footage in her Instagram stories of herself visiting Beamed Med Spa in Miami, Florida, to give her eyebrows and lips a bit of a zhuzh. In her first capture, Stacey posed in a floor-length sundress, slides, and a hat, announcing to her followers, "Time for my lip blush and microblading eyebrows." In a second photo, captioned Celeb Glow Up Day, Stacey posed for her med spa's Instagram story, which she shared in her own story. Stacey Silva shows off microbladed eyebrows and lip blushing results. After completing her treatments, Stacey snapped 2 selfies to show off the final results. Stacey posed in her ball cap in a car selfie, then uploaded a selfie without the hat, giving her followers a clearer look at her new eyebrows. The House of 11 co-founder showed off her thicker, darker brows and rosy lips, looking plumper than ever. Stacey opted not to caption the final results but tagged the team responsible for her new look. The TLC star has spent a pretty penny on her cosmetic work. Stacey is no stranger to altering her looks with surgery or outpatient procedures, and the reality TV star's penchant for cosmetic work certainly takes a hit on her wallet. So, how much did Stacey spend for her latest round of semi-permanent treatments? According to her med spa's website, she spent between $450 and $475 per treatment, spending nearly $1,000 for new lips and brows. Stacey's results should last her for quite some time with the proper care. Ombre brows can last 1 to 5 years with proper care and maintenance, and lip blushing lasts 1 to 3 years before touch-ups are required to maintain the look. What did Stacey have done? Ombre brows are a semi-permanent tattooing technique that creates a shaded effect on the eyebrows, implanting pigment into the skin for the look of fuller, more defined brows. Lip blushing is a similar tattooing procedure done on the lips, resulting in more balanced, darker lips that hide the effects of aging. Stacey has undergone many cosmetic surgeries and procedures to achieve her ever-changing looks. She's even traveled to Turkey for a Barbie touch-up surgery, which entails a breast lift, nose job revision, fox eyes, cheek lift, lip lift, and 360 high-definition vaso liposuction. We've lost track of the procedures Stacey has done so far, and we imagine the amount of money she's invested in her appearance is well into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. Darcey and Stacey Silva nearly unrecognizable in glamorous photo from Dubai. For the past few days, 90 Day Fiancé stars Darcey and Stacey Silva have been living it up in Dubai. The twins have been flooding our timelines with lots of photos as they continue to enjoy the glamorous country, but the images have been causing a stir for obvious reasons. The women are known for filtering their photos to the point of being unrecognizable, and if you thought for a second that being busy in Dubai would stop that, you better think again. The twins found some time to hit the Facetune button on their latest photo after they took pictures at an event. The TLC personalities wore the same style, floor-length black gowns with plunging necklines and side cutouts and accessorized with shimmery bags. Darcey and Stacey slightly switched up their hairstyles, and while both wore high ponytails and side-swept bangs, Stacey opted for a long braid. Meanwhile, it's not the sisters' glamorous outfits that had tongues wagging. 90 Day Fiancé stars Darcey and Stacey Silva slammed for heavily filtered photos. Stacey shared a photo with Darcey on Instagram, and instantly the comments section was filled with criticism about their altered appearances. "The Facetune is Silva strong on this one," wrote one commenter. "Who are these women pretending to be you guys?" asked someone else. One Instagram user exclaimed, "You don't even look like the latest version of you. So filtered they even photoshopped a person in the corner," added someone else. Several other commenters chided the twins for the filtered photo as well. One person wrote, "Y'all gotta stop altering your body and heavily filtering your faces. Please just be you. We love you how you are." Someone else said, "No one believes they realistically look like this. Her stories are so heavily filtered they glitch constantly." At one point the filter made her chin a legit pointed triangle. Enough is enough. Fiancé strikes a pose with Darcey and Stacey Silva. Although we have seen a lot of photos with the Silva twins, don't think for a minute that Stacey's husband, Fiancé, was left behind in the US. He's very much in Dubai with his wife and sister-in-law, and he recently posted a lovely photo with them both. The trio appeared to be at a formal event since the Albanian native was dressed in a white dress shirt, black pants, and a bow tie. Meanwhile, the twins rocked matching silk outfits and donned similar hairstyles and colorful lips. Darcey and Stacey flanked Florian on each side as they posed for the snap. Georgi OUT shopping for rings in the US while Darcey Silva enjoys her time in Dubai. Georgi OUT is hell-bent on keeping us confused about his relationship with Darcey Silva, and his latest post just solidified that. As if we weren't curious enough about what is going on between the TLC star and the Bulgarian native, his social media post just threw us for a loop. Why is Georgi taunting us by posting a video while ring shopping at Tiffany & Company? That's what inquiring minds want to know. While Darcey's off-and-on ex-fiancé is busy looking at jewelry, she is living her best life in Dubai with her sister Stacey Silva. The women have been in Dubai for a few days now, and they've been keeping us updated on their escapades with a slew of stylish and heavily filtered snaps. However, will there be a surprise waiting for Darcey when she returns to the US? We'll just have to wait and see. Georgi OUT was caught ringing shopping at Tiffany & Company. Georgi wasn't so much caught ring shopping since he was the one who posted the video on his Instagram story. The Darcey and Stacey star knew exactly what he was doing when he shared the video from inside Tiffany & Company and zoomed in on a pair of his and hers wedding bands. The snap showed a pair of matching wedding bands, one gold and one silver, covered in diamonds and placed on the glass counter. Georgi chose the most appropriate song, White Wedding by Billy Idol, to taunt us further. We're wondering if this is a sign that Georgi has reconciled with Darcey and is ready to put a ring on it. A few weeks ago, monsters and critics reported on the flirty exchange between the two that had people convinced that they were back together, and viewers might be right about this one. 90-Day Fiancé star Darcey Silva is enjoying her time in Dubai. While all of that is taking place in the US, Darcey and Stacey are living it up in Dubai. The sisters jetted off to the luxurious country for Fashion Week, and they recently gave us a peek at their first shopping day. The sisters picked out the most stunning dresses covered in bling as they tried to find the perfect outfits for the fashionable event. However, that's not the only thing the twins did to prepare for the VIP event. Before they jetted out of the country, the TLC stars pampered themselves with a few procedures to get Dubai ready. The women looked gorgeous after a trip to the Dash Bar in Miami, where they got eyelash extensions and laminated brows. Do you think Darcey Silva and Georgi OUT are back together and ready to tie the knot? Darcey and Stacey Silva are Dubai ready with new looks, see their latest procedures. It was another day, another beauty bar for the Silva twins, who were gearing up for their trip to Dubai. Darcey and Stacey Silva are all about looking their best at all times, especially when they have a special event planned. Ahead of their trip to Dubai, the TLC stars paid a visit to one of their favorite beauty salons, the Dash Bar, in Miami, Florida. Darcey and Stacey shared some videos and photos to their respective Instagram story feeds, showing off the most recent procedures they had done, including laminating their brows and getting eyelash extensions. Darcey began her footage with an up-close selfie, showing off the results of her work. The 48-year-old reality TV star sported thicker, darker brows and lush lashes after her appointment. She tagged the Dash Bar's Instagram handle as she struck a pose, wearing her platinum blonde hair down in loose waves and puckering her lips for a serious selfie. TLC stars and twin sisters Darcey and Stacey Silva pampered themselves before jetting off to Dubai. Getting Dubai ready. Darcey captioned one of her photos, depicting herself wearing a protective towel clipped around her neck. As she batted her eyelashes at the camera, Darcey kept a serious expression on her face as she showed off the final results in a video. It only makes sense that Darcey's twin, Stacey, underwent an identical set of services. Stacey shared a selfie as her brows were undergoing their lamination process. The 90-day Fiancé alums got eyelash extensions and their brows laminated. Brow lamination is essentially a perm for the eyebrows to enhance their shape, setting them in an upward direction and giving them the appearance of being brushed up and more straight. The sisters also had their brows tinted, giving them a darker appearance. Stacey noted in her story video that she has vitiligo on one of her eyes, one side of her forehead, and in one of her eyebrows, where the hair is white instead of brown like the rest of her brows. She explained that having her brows tinted would even out their color and make them look more symmetrical. In another video, Stacey showed off her natural lashes before getting